Can you believe it? 5 years ago today, I uploaded Stranger Things episode 1, and the rest is history. Who'd have thought it? But yes, hello everyone. This is a little celebration of 5 years. I'd actually, I was kind of weighing up plans for like the past week or so. Like, what can I do? I knew I was going to do a live stream. I knew like a Q&A would be part of it. And I was like, oh, I could like do little videos to add in about like the making of a reaction or something, etc, etc. Then we had building work done in this building for the past week or so, which is why I haven't been able to record as much stuff, because the buzzer, like in our apartment building, obviously like people can press a buzzer, you open the door from your end to let them in the building, etc. That completely went kaput at the end of last year. So I spent the last week going from flat to flat, kind of rewiring everything and reinstalling new stuff, which is very loud and very noisy. So I haven't really been able to record stuff during the days for the most part. I've recorded a few bits and bobs for Patreon and stuff. But that kind of threw all those plans out of whack, really. So maybe that's something for, I don't know, a future video or a future stream or something. I think I've got a few questions in the Q&A about like how I made videos and stuff. That was kind of the inspiration for it. But if that's something you would like to actually see me properly delve into at some point, do let me know. Right, let's have a look. Oh wow, lots of you in the comments. Hello. Thank you for joining me for this celebration. Hello Red Karen, hello Pixie's Whisper, hello Jamie Morgan, hello from Pluto, hello channel member Sarcastically Slayed, hello Rebecca Art, hello Random Rob, Loco Madman, John Sturcio, Sis Nerdly. Can't wait to see you cover Buffy on your channel, Sis Nerdly. So excited to see those videos. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Sarcastically Slayed. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I'm not doing too badly. I hope you're all doing very well as well. 5 years to one and only Jupecap anniversary. Thank you, Para. And thank you for my channel banner as well. Paradoxic made that channel banner. I think you can kind of see it in the thumbnail for this stream. I think that's like the go-to it's gone for. Very, very cool. Alan, hey Alan, how you doing? It's a name I haven't read in a long time. I hope you're well, Alan. But yes, thank you. 5 years. Who would have thought it? Very, very bored one night at uni. Spontaneously thought, well, why not? And here we are. And those days, different glasses, braces, no picture-in-picture because I didn't know how to do it. Filmed on an iPad. Hello Leon, how's it going? Not too bad. A good day of celebration, and I've treated myself to my first McDonald's of 2022 today to celebrate. So that's my exciting plans. I was just watching your Phasmophobia video. How are you? I'm good. I'm good because I'm not playing Phasmophobia because that game is scary. Although I didn't find it as scary with other people. I did like being in a group of 4, but that was a lot of fun recording that. Thanks Liam. Buffy will be up on YouTube very soon. I'm excited. I can't wait. I love being in a place where I'm like, I've seen all of Buffy. I can kind of just watch other people without fear of spoilers and stuff. And I'm so close to being done with Angel. I can like binge a lot of other people's Angel stuff and this whole back catalogue of Domi's reactions I want to see. But I know she's seen like the last few seasons of Angel, so I'm like, ooh. Oh wow, look, Madman, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. A little something towards the next 5 years. I'll make good use of it. That's really kind. Thank you. How's the weather in Swindon at the moment? Bit gloomy, but that is part of the cause for Swindon. So, I see your Instagram stories busy with life stuff. Yeah, that's fair. We're all busy with life stuff. I hope your life stuff's going okay. And if not, I hope it will be okay. Go Loco. You go, Glenn Loco. I did it a bunch if I wasn't a broke college kid. That's fair. I was a broke college kid to myself. Well, I still kind of am. But yeah, obviously, donations are very much appreciated, but don't feel inclined if it's not something you're financially able to do. Do you ever watch Ali's reactions? I do. I watch Ali a lot, yeah. I commented on her reaction to Angel yesterday, because that's an iconic moment in that episode. What was your celebratory McDonald's meal? A quarter pounder for me. I love the quarter pounders at McDonald's. But one of my New Year's resolutions was to not have as many takeaways and stuff, so I've been doing quite well. What have you been doing? Been working on? I've got a few things. I've been editing some Golden Girls actually, because I'm going to start posting that weekly soon. So I recorded a few of those. I recorded the first 4 when Betty White was still alive, so I'm going to need to make a little note when I publish those reactions. Like, by the way, so yeah, but that's been going on. I'm watching a bunch of new stuff next week actually. I don't know when I'll post any of it, because I want to just stick to the main shows that I'm posting, really. But yeah, I'm watching Angel after this stream, so that's exciting. Did you see Ali's new Moon Rising reaction? It was so different to yours. I did, yes. She had some thoughts, didn't she? I mean, that's the fun of it, isn't it? Is everyone having different opinions on things. I was that way a year ago when I found Liam, but now I have my own business, so I joined his Patreon. Oh, wow. You have your own business. That's cool. Congratulations. As Toby would say, trying to do better. Yep. Amen. Oh, that film. Congrats on 5 years. You're the man, Liam. Thank you. I've started university again after 2 years of not going due to COVID restrictions. It's hard, honestly. Pretty isolating because I'm not sure how to meet people. Yeah, that's fair. I think what helped with me at uni was, well, it was like a, acting and performance course. So you had to work with people because you're acting with them. So that kind of forced me into it. Otherwise, I don't think I would have ever talked to anyone. I got lucky, actually. The very first day of uni, you had to queue up to get your pass or whatever. The girl in front of me just so happened to be in the same course as me, so we just chatted in line while we were waiting, and we got on. And then we ended up being thick as thieves for the 3 years, as it turned out. So I got quite lucky in that respect, because there's only a small group of people at uni that I actually did properly talk to and got on with. One of them has since moved here and teaches at my old school, which is very cool. But yeah, good luck with uni. I can't imagine what it's like with COVID though. I feel for anyone going through uni with that. I literally I finished uni the year before the year that was affected by COVID, so I was quite lucky there, really. Walking Dead back soon, isn't it? Can't wait. Yes, I think it's a week today. I think it comes back. So a week tomorrow, I guess, for us in the UK. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm still traumatized from dying multiple times in a row in Phasmophobia. Haven't played since I died and you sang over my dead body. Good times. That was so funny. The ghost just really liked you. I don't know what it was, but yeah, always the first to go. That was so much fun though. We need to do that again. 5 years, well, congrats. Thank you, Tia. Thanks for stopping by, Karen. Phasmo highlights or something else. You guys are so chaotic. It was insane. And that's just 25 minutes of us playing for about 3.5 hours. It was, my god, absolutely hilarious though. Brit is just, she just panics at everything. I always go back to your Sex Education Season 2 Episode 1 reaction. You know the part, you found it very funny. Love seeing your reaction to that scene. Yes, I think that's very early on in the episode, isn't it? And shockingly, I couldn't show all of that scene on YouTube. I think I had to kind of censor a lot of that. But that is the case for Sex Education. Still dip into your old content too. Watched your Jodie Doctor Who video the other day. Best YouTuber. Best fan, I say, if you're watching all the old stuff still. 5 years, well done. Thank you, Lord Hyena. Oh, Jamie, thank you. Happy 5 years. Thanks for introducing me to the world of reaction and commentary channels. Saved my sanity during quarantine. Oh, that's so nice to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I love getting messages of people who are like, you got me through quarantine. Someone tweeted me the other day, being like, I found your Buffy reactions. I binged them for the last few weeks. and it didn't make me feel lonely anymore because it was like watching it with a friend, and I was just sat there crying for like 10 minutes. I was like, oh. So yeah, getting messages like that are lovely. I'm glad people can find some comfort or joy in them during quarantine, especially when I'm just sobbing my heart out myself, I suppose. Congrats on turning 5. Love your work. Most in-depth and analytical reactor by far. Oh, thank you. I do try my best when I go on my rambles. Always default for a Big Mac meal. Go for a quarter pounder next time. Ali's reaction to Angel singing. Also, yay for you watching more Angel after this 5. Yeah. 6 episodes to go, I think. Then that's it. What the hell? You're looking forward to Waterloo Road. Yeah, I can't believe they're bringing Waterloo Road back. That's so funny. That's like our Degrassi, isn't it? It's the UK's Degrassi. Yeah. Every time Farewell uploads a Buffy, I go back and watch yours. Good times. That is an interesting pattern I find as well. If a reactor has posted like a big episode, I will suddenly find myself getting an influx of comments on my reaction to it. So I think a lot of people do that. Because, yeah, when Catterson posted Once More with Feeling, I suddenly had this huge influx of comments on that, and you know, it happened with The Body recently as well, because I know Ali posted that on Patreon. So yeah, I think a lot of people do cycle around like that, and I think that's quite funny. On Patreon, Ali's in the final stretch of Buffy season 5. This will be good. Remember how great yours were. Oh, thank you. I love Buffy season 5. I wish I could watch that for the first time again. I am kind of tempted. Don't know if it's an idea. Farewell got to Once More Feeling on Patreon. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if it's something that will be worthwhile, but I am tempted to like go back and like do proper in-depth episode reviews of Buffy. Not like Passion of the Nerd in depth about themes and stuff, but just like my personal views on it, like going back as like a little series. You know, it wouldn't be like me talking to the camera. I do like voiceovers and stuff and just use footage, but that's something I'm toying with the idea of doing once all is said and done, but I don't know. How's your dad, sis cat? They're all good, as far as I'm aware. I think the cat is fully settled now, which is good. He got a bunch of mean comments because he said some of the songs were cheesy, even though he loved the episode. I mean, yeah, some of the songs are cheesy, isn't? That's kind of the point of it at times, isn't it? Right? Well, you know, fandoms can be quite, yeah. I don't think cheesy is necessarily always a insult, is it? It's not really a critique at times. Sometimes cheesy can be good. Sometimes we need cheesy. It's why Christmas movies, I think, do so well. Like a Buffy retrospective. Yeah. But I wouldn't want to like step on Passion of the Nerd's toes and do anything quite in that style. It would kind of be my own thing and just my own thoughts. But again, I'm trying to weigh up whether or not I should do that, and I might like just try the first episode and see how that goes, because I don't want it just to be like feel like I have to rely on Buffyverse all the time. Well, that's silly. They got the mustard out's the least cheesy song I've ever heard. Oh man, I still sing that to myself sometimes. When I'm cooking, I tend to like just delve into the Once More with Feeling soundtrack. We need more Liam covers. Oh god, do we? I love 5 too, but season 6 will always be my favourite because it resonates with my apathy and depression. Yeah, that's fair. I really like season 6 as well. The fandom will tell me that I myself don't like it, even though I say how much I like it. But you know, do comic book reactions, breakdowns for Buffy and Angel. So much of the fandom hasn't read them. I am going to do that. I'm trying to work out a good format for that. So I don't really know how to get the footage of the motion comic and stuff. I have the DVD, but you know, I don't have any disk drives on my laptop or anything, so I'm not sure. Maybe if I get like a extra hard drive or something, you know, like an extension thing. I'm not sure. And again, I'm completely lost as to like I've been sent a lot of the comics. I just don't know the reading order and stuff. I'd need to look that all up. Some people are ultra sensitive if a reactor has a slightly off opinion. Yeah, that's the case, isn't it? Critiquing something you like isn't a personal attack. I think that's what some people forget. And you know, everyone's opinion is valid, I think. My sister called it good cheese. Accurate. Yes. I like the cheese. Congrats on your 5-year anniversary. We'd love to see you review Buffy. We'll definitely be watching those. Love your depth analysis of the episodes as well as your season reviews. Thank you very much, Graham. I really liked the handful of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. retrospectives you did. Yeah, I enjoyed doing those. I kind of had to stop because copyright just got really bad for them. It was a lot of work and not many people ended up watching them. And also kind of getting properly into the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fandom on Twitter. I was like, you know what? People came for me. Daisy stands came for me over a completely irrelevant thing to do with her. And I'm like, so when I actually get into the nitty gritty of things with characters and stuff in later seasons, I'm like, it's just not worth making those videos anymore. So I did stop, but we'll see. I felt really bad for you for how much shit people gave you during season 6. That was a ride, man. Season 6. Yeah, that was probably my least favourite time over the past 5 years. Not in terms of what I was watching, because again, I really like season 6, but just like the responses I was getting and the messages I was getting was quite a lot. Yes, I came very, very close to stopping. I wear the cheese, it does not wear me. I saw how much it impacted your experience with the show, and I'm sad about that. Yeah, I do. When people start Buffy now, and when they get to that point in the show, I do warn them, being like, you know, just own your opinions, don't worry what other people say, because that really got to me. So when I was talking to Ali and Domi and stuff about season 5 and season 6, I kind of say, you know, just go for it. Just own it and don't worry. So if anyone comes for them in the comments, I'm going to be there. Don't come near me and my reactor daughters again. Were you really happy to see Daredevil in No Way Home? Yes. So excited to see more. Ugh, yes, amazing. Can't wait for No Way Home to come out on like streaming and stuff, so I can just watch that again and again and again. My dad hasn't seen it yet, and he has no idea about the other Spider-Man. Thanks for your Buffy, Angel and Doctor Who reactions. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Todd. I liked the AOS vids too, but it's tough to get to do those. I get it. Yeah. AOS stands can be scary. I once voiced that I didn't love the Coulson May romance. Never made that mistake again. Yeah, I don't mind Philinda as a couple. You know, they like the prospect of that. But my experience with the fandom, they have been them, like the diehard fans of them and the diehard Daisy fans have been the ones that have always come for me for some reason. But, you know, it's fine. Team Dark Willow. Fans do ruin everything for some reason. Happy I found your channel. Thank you, Cypress. What movies and games are you hyped for? Zelda. Oh, yes. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, I can't wait for. I haven't finished Horizon Zero Dawn yet, but I know Forbidden West's out this month, so that's going to be great. Stray, the game where you play as a cat. Can't wait for that. Gotham Knights. Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, but that's been delayed until next year apparently. But that's fine, if that makes it a better game. What else? Oh, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, whenever the hell that comes out, if that ever comes out. We haven't really heard much from it, which is a bit, bit unnerving, but we'll see. But yeah, plenty of stuff. It's actually been quite a quiet year for me so far with games. I haven't really bought anything new, just been playing stuff like Dark Souls. I replayed Arkham Knight just before I got back into Dark Souls as well. And then there's rumours today that the Batman Arkham games are coming out on the Switch, so I'm like, well, guess I'm buying all them again. I think I've bought them like 4 or 5 times at this point. Reactor daughters, I can't, that's precious. You should have seen the amount of hate Shan got post season 5. It was crazy. Felt really bad for her. Yeah, I watched a few of her reactions, and some of the comments in that, I'm like, oh my goodness. I've more recently seen people talking about how toxic the AOS fandom can be in certain aspects. Makes me a little nervous to progress through the show. but I like to think it's minority. Yeah, I didn't experience that firsthand until long after the show was done. So I think actually reacting to it and stuff, you'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, I do regret going as deeply into the AOS fandom as I did. I wish I kind of stayed a bit more distant like I had done until the last season. That's when I really was getting into it. But I'm thankful for the nice friends I have made in the AOS fandom. And of course, you know, through it was AOS before Buffy really is what got me to meet Katsun. So I feel Marvel's throwing AOS under the bus. They've acknowledged Netflix is canon but not AOS. Yeah, it's a shame, but Have you ever had a beloved show get cancelled too soon? Shadowhunters is like the main one that springs to mind. So yeah, that deserves at least a season 4 to finish off the book storylines, but sadly not. At least they gave it a good ending as they could. They like got extra episodes to wrap it up. But just as it got so good in season 3, Netflix and Freeform like, nah, we're not going to make a deal, so let's just cancel it. Yeah, vocal minorities I think is often the case with fandoms, isn't it? There's always discourse about everything. Happy anniversary, thank you. Right then, shall we actually get to some questions that people left me? So thank you to everyone who did leave me some questions on the community tab page on my channel, and to people on Patreon who also left questions on the post on there. Actually, let's start with the Patreon ones, shall we? Let's get that post up. Yes, I know I'm live on my channel YouTube. You don't need to tell me that. Post. Okay then. Okay, so Nicologic on Patreon. My question would be, what are you planning for the next 5 years? And are you going to watch Gilmore Girls? Oh, do you still watch other Buffy reactors? Yes, I watch basically all the Buffy reactors. I mean, I have no immediate plan. Oh, actually, no. I think someone literally like this week on Patreon requested Gilmore Girls, the first episode. So I will be at least watching the pilot. So yes, I will be watching Gilmore Girls. Maybe not all of it. I don't know what to expect of that, to be honest. It's never been a show I've gravitated towards. So we'll see what that's about. Next 5 years, we'll have to wait and see. The real tell of, you know, longevity of this is going to be income once Buffyverse is done. I am very nervous about that, because if I start some new shows and it doesn't pick up, there's no way I can still do this full time for the foreseeable future. I think I would have to go maybe part-time or stuff within the next year if I continue making as much as I'm making right now. There's no way I can keep it up full-time. So it's going to be an odd period, I think, finishing Buffy, starting some new shows, seeing if that brings in a lot of new people or not. Because, you know, my big kind of burst with my channel was when I started Buffy and Once Upon a Time, The 100, Firefly, all at the same time. So we're going to get to a point where that needs to happen again when I'm starting lots of new shows, and we'll see. You know, obviously videos do help, people watching those, but, you know, the Patreon is like the main income. So we'll see how that goes. G Smith, how are the chances for Gravity Falls or Sense 8? I believe both of those have been requested on Patreon, so I will be getting to those. Sense 8 has for sure. I'm not sure about Gravity Falls. So we'll see. I don't tend to put the Patreon stuff, I don't tend to edit it for YouTube, because that's just even more extra time that I just don't have. So we'll see. But I suppose G Smith is on Patreon, so he will get to see them. Only other question I can think of is, what are your favourite socks? Well, that's a very good question. I have some Ghost of Tsushima socks with like foxes on them. The socks I'm wearing right now I got from my friend Connor for Christmas. They're Super Mario Odyssey ones. They've got Cappy on. They're very good. Any stupid socks really. I've also got socks that are like puns, which I do very much enjoy. What's your favourite show that you didn't film a reaction to? That's Jamie Morgan. Hello, Jamie. I didn't record a reaction to. Favourite show? Well, early seasons of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I would love to have done. The Good Place, I do regret not filming all of that, but I just binged it in like 3 days, and then I reacted to the finale. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I do wish I could have reacted to that, because that would have been a lot of fun. My regret for not doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine is what kind of got me into the idea of doing more like 22-ish minute episode shows, like Avatar and Harley Quinn stuff. So yeah, that'll be that. Ooh-doo-doo. Can't have anniversary without cake. Mood. Can't do anything without cake, I find. It used to be sad Firefly was cancelled. Now I'm not, because of what happened. Yeah, fair enough. I've just started watching Shadowhunters. Oh, great. Only a few episodes in, but enjoying it so far. Yeah, season 1 is kind of a mixed bag, I think, but season 2 and 3, they get new showrunners, and it's just infinitely better. I consciously chose not to involve myself in the AOS fandom. It was until the series finale aired that I joined, and it's been a ride. It really has. Who is this anniversary? I had no idea Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fandom was so bad. People I know in real life who watched it all love it. I think the majority are great. You know, most of the people I follow through Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are great. But there is like the vocal minorities, as there often is. You know, if you have a favourite character, they just seem like you can't get along with anyone else. And I have a lot of Daisy stans tell me, why am I on Twitter? You're too old. If you're over 18, you are an elderly person to a lot of them, sadly. And I'm like, I like Daisy, leave me alone. But still. Definitely feels like watching a show with a friend watching with you. It's very nice. It's annoying that Avatar is giving you copyright issues. It's usually a big draw for reaction channels. Yeah, I think because I upload them, I have to fight the copyright on them. I think then the YouTube algorithm just buries it, so it doesn't reach as many people because it's had copyright issues. So it has picked up. When it first got going, I was kind of disappointed at how it was doing. It's fine now. It's okay, because once the copyright issues is sorted, I do make the money from them. And again, you know, YouTube ad revenue is not that much, but it's something. So I do appreciate that. You know, after a couple of days, sometimes a week or two, they do tend to unblock it with no problem. But yeah, I would have liked to have seen it done better, but YouTube in the past like year and a half, it's just started burying all my stuff. Like even Angel and stuff doesn't do as well as it used to. Have you watched The Nevers? I have not, no. Buffy Season 2 is my favourite. That's a very solid choice. Have your Avatar reactions been getting good feedback? I watch them but don't really read the comments. Oh yeah, my experience with people watching them has been overwhelmingly positive. They're always so enthusiastic and great. So yeah, I have no fear actually posting them and getting like, you know, people giving feedback and stuff, because they're all so lovely. It's just the copyright's the main issue with them. Hello Luna, happy 5th year anniversary to your channel. Thank you very much. Gilmore Girls has a great... Oh, I missed that comment. Where's that? Gilmore Girls has a great comedy and drama balance. I think you'll like it. Cool. I'm thinking of making a Sims 4 version of the main Buffy characters and see how they get on. Any trait suggestions for Spike? Ooh. Well, at least there's a good start because you can have vampires in the Sims 4, so that's good. Trying to think of what traits there are for the Sims. Probably, I think there's like... Well, you can boost like charismatic skills, and Spike's very charismatic. So maybe like use some cheat codes and just make that instantly like charisma 10. Trying to think what else there would be. List of traits. God, what would we do without the internet? I'm just going to go on the Sims wiki and have a look at these lists of traits. Oh my god, there's a lot of traits. Hot-headed, that's probably a good one for Spike, right? Romantic, definitely. Erratic. Hates children. Does Spike hate children? Maybe. Outgoing? That could be kind of Spike. Wild. Also good ones. Lots of good ones there. I can't remember how many traits you're allowed for each person, but congratulations on the 5 years. Here's to another 5. Thank you, George. Season 3 was a standout. Still featured Angel, and the cast and writing staff had really gelled together. Yeah, I don't think there's a bad choice for a favourite season of Buffy, to be honest. Did you lose any patrons after Buffy ended? I'm on off Patreon because of money. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I lost about half of them, to be honest. I lost about $2,000 in income after Buffy ended, which is why I'm like, maybe the future's not so bright long term for like full time doing this. But you know, it's fair enough. If people don't have interests, I'm not going to like force them to stay. I mean, I couldn't force them to stay even if I wanted to, which I don't. Are you going to have a look at Buffy Season 8 comics and the Angel Season 6? I definitely have plans to, yes. For me, it's Buffy Season 3, May I Face Story Sublime, X You Launch Choice. Gilmore Girls is awesome, definitely one of my comfort shows that I watch for a good laugh. If Gilmore Girls is coming to the channel, then I'm hyped. Hot-headed, romantic, kleptomaniac, maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm glad they gave Spike a soul, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I agree, John. Have you thought about watching The Boys? I've got a lot of comments like, asking for it. I do want to check it out because I think I'd probably enjoy it, but I just haven't had time yet. Congrats on 5 years. Keep going. Thank you, Gregory. I was about to say Gossip Girl because I see GG. Gilmore Girls is a total comfort show. My favourite after Buffy. Okay, interesting. A lot of love for Gilmore Girls. I shall make note of that. Let's go back to some Patreon comments. Lady Dimmadome, which is an excellent username. What's the biggest thing you've learned filming reactions? Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Biggest thing I've learned. What is the biggest thing I've learned? What would be the advice I would give to people being like, I think it's just, you have to just unapologetically kind of own your opinions at times. You know, be open to conversation and changing your mind, because there's literally been, see, this is the thing when some people will have a go at me for being like, I can't believe you said this about this, but they clearly haven't watched my afterthoughts when I've like talked myself out of that viewpoint, which I have done on multiple occasions. I do remember a time, I think it was once upon a time, maybe I was like critiquing the episode about something, and I completely talked myself around of it, but like, no, that makes no sense, Liam, shut up. So yeah, there's things like that where they just watch the reaction portion, which again is fair enough, but then don't go comment something that you're not informed about because you didn't watch my afterthoughts when I might have changed my mind, or, you know, given reasons you hadn't considered, etc. So yeah, I think, you know, you just have to go with your gut, don't you? Just be genuine. And if people don't like that, then there's plenty of other reactors that they probably will enjoy watching. Buffy seasons that are no one's favourite are 1, 4, and 7. Just curious, is Angel season 4 your least favourite? Definitely mine. That's a very good question. Potentially. I think I'd need to rewatch season 1 and see how that's aged for me. Because obviously the show's still finding its feet there. It has I Fall to Pieces in it. It has Expecting and She in it. So I liked the individual episodes of season 4. I wasn't as big on the overall story. So I don't know. I'd tentatively say it probably is my least favourite, but I don't know. Who do you think deserves more redemption, Anya or Spike? Anya's been around longer. Spike has only been around for hundreds. I really don't know. I tend to stay away from discussions of Spike and redemption because they will come for me. Even though, as I've multiple times I said, I like Spike as a character. Very much so. You know, I have Spike merch in my flat, but people tell me I don't like him. So, I don't know. I like that they both have the potential to redeem themselves. And their situations, I think, are very, very different in terms of, like, seeking redemption, etc. can't say I minded Buffy season 7 one little bit, but then again I do call myself madman. Have you ever thought about watching older shows from the 80s or 90s? Maybe you could react to the first episode of an older show once a week, month maybe, see what you think of them. I have watched a lot of older shows and stuff on Patreon stuff, and like I'm starting the Golden Girls. Well, starting posting the Golden Girls this year. I have watched a bit of it already. But yeah, I don't mind going back and watching older shows. I mean, you know, Buffy was 97. I was only 1 when that aired, so that's kind of an old show for me, really. You're going to do a rom-com movie upload for Valentine's. Maybe David Boreanaz in Valentine. I hadn't thought of doing something for Valentine's Day, actually. Not a bad idea. It would depend on like how copyright stands with that kind of thing. I suppose because Valentine's Day is not really something I ever celebrate, so I didn't think to do something for it. Maybe, we'll see. Personally, I think both deserve it, but neither are good people completely. This is such a controversial issue. Yeah, I'd agree with that. But I don't think anyone's a good person completely, really, are they? I literally sub Cinema Roll level if you liked Gilmore Girls after pilot viewing. Fucking Ronald, yeah, iconic. I don't mind Buffy season 4. I'm a filthy Riley apologist. I am too, you know. I don't mind Riley. At least in season 1 of Angel, Cordelia was herself. Yeah. Can't really blame people for not watching your afterthoughts. Seems always very long and also rather stiff. But because of that, your thoughts are good to understand. Okay. Have any ideas for games you want to play on the channel in similar style to Spider-Man Remastered? I've got a bunch I want to do. I think Life is Strange is something I really want to delve into, because I think I'd really love those games. So we shall see. It depends on like licensed music and stuff. I think you can do like streamer-friendly versions of Life is Strange, so that does appeal to me very much so. I like when you have a different opinion, interesting to see a new perspective. As You Were is easily my least favourite Buffy yet, by far, but you said you adored it. Yeah, that is interesting. And you know, everyone telling me how wrong I am to like I, Robot, You, Jane, but I also adore that one. So yeah, I find that interesting. I don't get annoyed when people don't like things I like. I don't get it. Like it's just too tedious. I'm too old to waste time on getting pissed off at people not having the same opinion as me. I can just enjoy my opinions instead. They've got a Buffy game, The Sims and Walking Dead games. Yes. Lots of games I can do with that, actually. I want to carry on with Telltale Walking Dead. Ooh. Who do you hate more, Gio or Nox? I think we know the answer's Nox. Do you think a modern Buffy show could work? Not a remake, but a continuation of the Slayer world? Potentially. If they find the right kind of vibe for it, for sure. I think there's a place for it. Do you think you could watch it if you haven't already? How I Met Your Mother. I can never see Willow when I watch it, so I never watched it. I'll never not see Willow. I actually watched How I Met Your Mother before I watched Buffy, and that should have been my first clue. Is when I reacted to the first episode of Buffy, and I was like, "Oh, it's Lily," because I knew she was in it, and I had people being like, "Actually, she was Willow first," and people come for me for that. That should have been my first hint. But you know, shocking that I watched a show of my age range as it aired, and not a show that started when I was 1 first. Who'd have thought? But yeah, I can understand being like, oh, I can't see past this person playing this other character. That can be difficult sometimes. So I guess I can't have that problem because I watched it the other way around. But, you know, I could easily forget it was Lily getting into, you know, watching Willow on Buffy. It probably helped that she was instantly just my favourite. So maybe it would work the other way around. I don't know. I'm afraid I can't speak to that. I think As You Were was a solid episode as a conclusion, wasn't as bad. Yeah, I think that was a really good episode for him. I Read About You, Jane was ahead of its time, really, the theme of the episode. Yeah, I agree. I was so nervous when I rewatched it with Ali and Domi. I was like, oh, what if I hate it now? But I still really liked it. I don't get why we can't all be like, you have an opinion? I have a different opinion. That's interesting and valid, and I respect it. Some people just think they're right, I guess. I don't know. The world would be a better place if everyone could just have open, honest discussions. But never mind, that's not reality, sadly. Potentially, yeah, an intentional pun. Damn it. I think a demon on the internet concept will work way more today than in 1997. Yeah, I think so. Second worst Buffy is Where the Wild Things Are. I haven't rewatched it in years. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. But I think... Who was it who... I think Ali really liked it. I think... It was either Ali or Domi who really liked it. I think it was Ali. So again, difference of opinion. Right, let's have a look at the community post comments now, because we've done all the ones on Patreon, I believe. Oh no, we didn't. I'm completely wrong. Some of your favourite pilots you've reacted to in the last year. Pushing Daisies is up there. That was great. Really enjoyed that. And I think someone's now requested the second episode, so good to go with that. What the shows do I start? Well, I guess Shadow and Bone. I really liked that first episode. I didn't react to it, but I will be doing like a rewatch, preparing for my reactions to like the rest of the show. But I remember really liking that as well. How do you record the shows for picture in picture? Are they on streaming services or do you need a digital copy to do it? That's why some Patreon requests take so long. I just can't find copies of it anywhere because some of them are very old and obscure. So I just search streaming services for anything. Some of them I've been saved because some patrons have just been kind enough to actually send me copies of them. So yeah, that's kind of how I get the footage for that. And yeah, I just use OBS then to like screen record the footage if I'm filming with my webcam and stuff. But other shows, if I can just get them up on my iPad or something, if I'm just watching it on BBC iPlayer or something, I can just screen record on my iPad and get it instantly from there, which is how I always used to do it. So yeah, can be tricky sometimes. But yeah, streaming services are a godsend for getting the footage, really. And again, like if I had like a laptop with a CD drive or something in it, I could kind of rip the footage from like DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. But that would be a very expensive way of having to watch everything, so I'd have to buy it on physical media. So yeah, that's kind of the main way it goes. Okie dokie. Right, there's the posts on YouTube. I Robot You Jane's easily one of my favourites from season 1, My Kind of Wacky. Yeah. Taste. I loved your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions. How does Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. compare to you against the other Marvel shows? Still my favourite, far and away. And it's sad that it probably will never get that recognition in general that, you know, otherwise probably should have gotten. It's a shame, but yeah, they're still my favourite Marvel thing they've ever done. So yeah, no shade to the Disney Plus shows, because I have enjoyed all of them. WandaVision especially, I really enjoyed. But yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Mwah. And you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did everything that the Disney Plus shows following it have done, even like WandaVision-esque. So yeah, they're all good, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. still is like my favourite. We're around the same age. Do you remember things like old YouTube and video rental stores? I definitely remember going to Blockbuster. There used to be a Blockbuster about 2-minute walk from our house. So yeah, I remember renting stuff from there all the time. I remember renting Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer from Blockbuster and watching that, being like, oh. And that was my last memory of Blockbuster. I think it shut down not long after that. I can't remember exactly when it was. But yeah, I loved the video rental stores. It was always fun to go there. We normally have like a family movie night like once a month or something, so we just go to Blockbuster and me and my sister would take turns to pick a film. I do go back and rewatch certain scenes from reactors after watching the whole thing and worry that it'll look to the reactor like people aren't bothering to watch the whole vid. Yeah, you know, it's fine because people are going to do that. You wouldn't expect them to watch the whole episode, the whole video again and again. Obviously, it will be reflecting like the analytics and stuff, but if you've already watched the whole thing, then I think you've done your part, and I appreciate it. So it is funny watching like I'll post like a 43-minute video. I'll be like, oh, what's the average view of this video? 8 minutes. So they didn't even watch the whole 10-minute cut of the reaction like anything else, which is a shame. But you know, some people do watch the whole thing, so I'll keep at it for them really. Double Meat Palace is definitely up there in top worst episodes for me. It was so uncomfortable. Double Meat's a guilty pleasure for me. Interesting. Never understood the hate for where the wild things are. It's not the best or anything, but like I don't get what's so bad about it. It's fair enough. I also worked in fast food, so I like it more now. Loco Madman, I don't think I have seen that. No. Annie's reaction made me like the episode a lot more. She mostly liked it because of Anya's scenes, which to be fair are excellent. Yeah, there's always something good in a Buffy episode, isn't there? You're still going to do Buffy Chaos Bleeds again? Yes, I am. I do have plans for when I'm going to do that, but I need to finish Buffyverse first. Do you ever get toxic comments on Doctor Who reactions? I did for Series 11 when I first started, because we had the Not My Doctor crowd invade all our comments. Not so much anymore. Series 12 and 13, they've been okay. You know, I still get the odd like, oh, Chibnall bad, but you know, it's fine to not like it. But the way they always phrase their criticism and comments, it's just like hating the person more than like the show's content. I'm like, oh. But yeah, it's a lot better than it was for Series 11, so that's something. But yeah, the Doctor Who fandom's also not brilliant. What you're expecting to see in the final few episodes of Angel? Are there certain things you want to see, and what do you think will happen? Pain, suffering. I've already been spoiled on, you know, a big. So yeah, more pain and suffering. Somehow even more than I've experienced in the last couple of episodes of Angel. Thoughts on who should play the next Doctor? My wish, Richard Ayoade. That's a good choice. I don't know. I think this is the first time ever I don't have like a pick for who I'd like to see. Obviously, like Ian de Clijstec or Elizabeth Henstridge would be like amazing. But I think it will be a woman again. I kind of hope it's a woman again. But I really don't know. I have no thoughts. I don't have any horse in the race this time, which I'm actually quite excited about. So I'm just, you know, I haven't seen any predictions really of who it could be. I don't know when they're even going to announce it. It could be ages yet. You know, even in a year's time, it's still going to be like another 8 or so months before we actually see Russell's new era start. So, you know, it's best part of 2 years away yet. So I don't know when announcements will come. Because they could easily just not show the new Doctor when Jodie regenerates. They could just end it on her regenerating, you know. We didn't see Patrick Troughton become John Pertwee, so they might do something similar to that. And yeah, it's an odd time to get a new Doctor when we're also going to have the 60th. So I could easily see them putting off announcing anything for ages. And I don't think the 14th Doctor will actually be in the 60th if that's going to be the plan. It would be weird. Like with all the rumours and stuff, I think they'll focus on some other characters and then maybe properly introduce the new Doctor. We'll have to wait and see. But I really don't know who I'd want to play it. Anyone who's good. Ben Whishaw for the Doctor. He would be good. Carrie Hope Fletcher for the Doctor. Yes. Liam Duke for 20th Doctor. Oh, one can dream. I grew up in MIC and I remember there used to be a VHS store on every block in the early 2000s. Oh, cool. Tom Holland for Doctor Who. I think he'd be a good choice maybe when he's like a lot older, I would say. I could kind of see it. I'm not sure that's something he'd ever do, but you never know. We've had one Spider-Man in Doctor Who before, so why not another? I discovered Buffy in Blockbuster videos. I saw shelves full of season 1 and I thought, that looks good. One day I was home and an episode came on and watched it and I was hooked. Cool. Really hope those David Tennant rumours aren't true. He's my favourite, but he should not be brought back. I think he'll be back for the 60th as a 10th Doctor. I think the rumours that he's 14 are complete fabrications and nonsense. I think wires have been crossed. I think there's probably been discussions that he's going to come back for the 60th, and people have kind of, misinterpreted that as he's the next Doctor. I think that's kind of what the truth is there. Because I'd be very surprised if he's not involved in the 60th in some way. I remember that Angel spoiler. I felt really bad for you. Forgot your reaction. Did it bother you a lot? Well, yeah, it's a shame that I know what's coming, especially because it's like the very, very last episode of the whole show. And especially with very, very recent events of what's happened, I'm like, oh. So yeah, that's a shame, but I guess we'll see how I feel about it properly when I watch the episode. I'd also like it if they gave Jo Martin an honest shot at it. She only gets bit cameos. Yeah, I agree. We really haven't, we haven't physically seen her present in the story since her first appearance. There's Timeless Children, she's in the Doctor's head, and then Once Upon a Time, again it's like a reflection in a mirror and stuff. And they're like, oh, there's a comic starring her coming out for Free Comic Book Day. Yay, aren't we doing it? I'm like, that's great, but how about you give her more live action stuff to do? Maybe it's just because she's been in Hobby City and she's like a main character in that, so they can't use her that much because she's committed to that and has a contract and stuff. But Hobby City is just, they finished filming that now. It got cancelled, so maybe. I wouldn't mind if they just make her 14. And I say that who's someone who, from what we saw in Fugitive of the Dune, wasn't like huge on that Doctor. But I think Jo Martin herself is like such a lovely person, and I would love to see her get more chances to play that part. Sorry, gotta go. We'll check in a bit. Doctor Who spoilers. Fair enough, Taro. If Liam was cast as the Doctor, Amy Acker should be his companion. Can you imagine? I feel like the new Doctor rumours are a little more prevalent this time around too, which is why they're not even hinting at anything beyond confirming Jodie having filmed her regeneration. Yeah, everyone and their aunt is the next Doctor. I think a Sea Devil's going to be the next Doctor, personally. I want the Selene back. Me too. Love the Selene. Oh gosh, I made a stream. Hello. Even though you've been spoiled about the destination, hopefully you can still enjoy the journey. Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. That is the aim. Okay. So, thank you to everyone who commented on my community tab post. Carpe Librarium. If cavemen and astronauts got into a fight, who would win? Rude, first of all, and that you would bring that up. But probably cavemen, to be honest. I think they have the savageness compared to the astronauts, just having their suits. What's the most memorable quote for each show you react to? Alternatively, which lines do you find yourself quoting most in conversations? Ooh, I mean, every show we react to would be here all night. So I've reacted to a lot of shows. I reacted to 18 shows last year alone, more like in 5 years. I mean, in recent memory, it's obviously What is Grief If Not Love Persevering from WandaVision. I don't know, there's just so much good stuff. Why Can't I Stay? Your Shirt. Every Song and Once More With Feeling. I don't know, there's so many. What lines do I find myself quoting most in conversations? I say bored now quite a bit. Normally when I'm editing, I'm like, bored now. I just talk to myself. But when you live alone in the middle of a pandemic, you don't really have much other choice. Out of all the shows you've reacted to, which one's your favourite? That's from Chris, and also from Chris, in your opinion, which episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the best? My favourites, well, Doctor Who, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Buffy are like my top 3. The order will often change. But those are kind of been my favourites. I don't know if I could pick my favourite child. Which episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is the best? Probably 415 or 709. They're my 2 absolute favourites. I always like 707. But yeah. Are you the kind of person who follows actors who played favourite characters on other shows, or do you not care about actors beyond those characters? Like how I only tried Person of Interest because of Amy Acker, or How I Met Your Mother because of Alison Hannigan. Also, what are your favourite and least favourite parts of making a video? That's from Miriam. Thank you, Miriam. No, I tend to follow actors from shows I love almost religiously. I've recently followed all the Crows from Shadow and Bone. I still follow all the Shadowhunters cast. I still see what they're up to. Still try and join in with Alberto Resende's book club whenever I can. Good old Simon. Yeah, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. guys, I still follow them. They don't post that much anymore. Obviously, Ian never did. He's never on social media. He barely posts on Instagram. But, I think he's probably living his best life because he's doing that. But yeah, I normally will follow them till the end of time. Unless they post about NFTs, and I get very disappointed in them. So we'll see what happens. Who's next to fall? Favourite and least favourite parts of making a video. I go through phases where I really like the editing, and I find like actually filming it like, oh, come on, get motivated. Other times I'm happy to film it and I hate the editing. So that switches a lot. But I think my least favourite part is easy, like dealing with the copyright stuff and having to re-edit it and re-edit it and re-edit it. Or sometimes just there's glitches when I try and export a video. What was it the other day? It was for Angel. It was for Shells, the episode of Angel. That should have gone up the day before. I should have posted that the day before. But in the export, it just kept glitching out and doing that weird like shaky thing where the video goes... and it literally took me over 30 renders to get one good copy of that episode. Then I uploaded it, it got blocked. Luckily, the very next attempts to cut more stuff out to appease the algorithm and the copyright gods, that went through fine and it exported fine straight away. But oh my god, I was tearing my hair out. Started with 100% battery, and it was about like 22% or something by the time I actually got a decent export. I was like, so I hate that. I hate the technology side of things quite a bit sometimes. But my favourite parts are always actually filming it if it's like a really, really, really great episode that I'm really into. But sometimes like changing up my editing a bit and adding some jokes, like censoring sex education with Theresa May dancing to Dancing Queen. That's been one of my favourite edits recently. So things like that, it's very flexible, like when I enjoy things and when I don't. Right, let's check back with all the chat in YouTube. The Doctor dances or the Doctor falls? The Doctor falls, probably. Let's have a look. First time catching you live. Did you get over a hole in the world yet? I was so sad after watching that ep cry for hours. I don't think I'll ever get over it, to be honest. I've got to go. Had to stop by for a bit only. Have a good night, day, everyone. Thank you, Luna. Missy, John Sim, and current master that I'd like to see. Yes, that'd be great. Did you say you were reacting to Golden Girls? That's random. I love it. Yes, I've got loads of requests for Golden Girls over the past couple of years, and I finally caved. Watched 4 episodes and killed Betty White. So I'm sorry about that. That was my bad. But yeah, hopefully I'll be starting in the next couple of months. I want to get quite far ahead of those before I start posting them. I've had no copyright issues with it, so that's nice. Hopefully that keeps up. But we'll see. Gonna have to head off now. Have a big hecking man flu. Not coping well. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Jamie. Thanks for stopping by. I think we need a break from the Daleks. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, once a year's been alright. I don't know if it's like, if the contract thing even exists. You know, there's the rumours that they have to use it once a year, otherwise they lose the rights to ever use them again because of the Terry Nation estate. I don't know if there's truth to that, because I think 2016 we only had the return of Dr. Mysterio, and as far as I can remember, the Daleks weren't in that, so we did go a whole year without Daleks. So I don't know. I don't know if there's truth to it, but at the end of the day, they're marketable and they make the BBC money, and a lot of people will tend to try and tune in if there's some Daleks normally compared to other original monsters, so that's probably why they keep bringing them back. What's your worst ever copyright crisis in the history of this channel? Oh god, man. Copyright crisis. Maybe Bates Motel? I tried doing that for a Halloween once and reacted to the pilot of that. Would not have it. And I think I tried so many times, it actually gave me a strike, which has since gone away, because they do run out. So yeah, I was going to actually do Bates Motel as like a regular series, but I just couldn't after trying and trying and trying with that first episode. The annoying thing was, I posted it, and it was absolutely fine. And I set it up to premiere, and that was absolutely fine. And the day before it was supposed to go live is when they blocked it. I was like, oh, that's just rude. It's annoying when videos get blocked, especially because I do use fair use. But if you're going to block it, I'd rather they just block it straight away and not give me false hope and then block it in like 2 weeks later. Because that's what Bates Motel did. You plan to react to Shadow and Bone? No worries if not, but I would love to see your reaction if you don't. Yes, I am reacting to that at some point. Any monsters, aliens that come from modern Doctor Who that you'd like to see last a long time and eventually be considered classic? Not the Angels, as they're already on their way. Yeah, I think the Angels are already up there with Daleks, Cybers, and Sontarans. I think they're probably fourth on that list now. See, last a long time. See, there's so many good ideas, but I don't really want them to be revisited. I think the Science are fantastic as an idea and the concept of them, but I don't think we should see them again. But I do like them to be fondly remembered. Same with Vashta Narada. I never want to see them again, really. But, you know, they're fantastic. Considered classic. What else has been classic? There's a lot of potential for things, I think, isn't there? But yeah, I think those are like the main ones that I would consider classic, but last a long time is kind of a different thing, isn't it? Not, I don't want to see them again because they were good. Let's see. So all I can think of now are the already classic villains. But honestly, I think the Angels kind of has it. I know people are like, oh, they've overused the Angels and ruined them. I don't agree. I love seeing the Angels pop up. I found them scarier in Flesh and Stone than I did in Blink. I don't find Blink all that terrifying. How would you react if you woke up and suddenly all of one show of yours had been copyrighted? Not good, because that would probably take down my channel. So where your reaction, children, I hear. Hello, popping in to say a quick hi, but I've got to go back to editing and not accidentally get spoilers here. Fair enough, Domi. Yes, you and Ali are my reaction daughters, apparently. That's kind of happened. Wow, news travels fast here. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. I hope you enjoy editing. Congrats on getting to season 5 of Buffy. I know you've been excited. I think the worst monster to bring back in Who is the Midnight Entity. Yeah, I like the mystery to that. I don't need to see that. I don't need to see it. I think it's kind of the point that you never see it, because they wanted to just hammer home like the humans are, you know, the proper monsters here. I know it's like a cliche thing, like the humans are the real monsters, but that is literally the point of Midnight and the Midnight Monster. Don't forget to thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, appease the algorithm. Like the video. Have they done a Cybermen Dalek hybrid? No, they've not. They might have done in comics, I'm not sure. But certainly not in live action, because we saw that they really didn't get on. I don't think I'd like to see a Cyber Dalek or anything anyway. I don't know if that would really work out. Right, let's go back to the post here. Carpe Librarium again. How long does it take to take from end to end to react to a single 40-ish minute episode of a show, from locating a copy to watching right through to moderating the comments after upload? Right, well, you know, Disney Plus has been a godsend for stuff like Buffy and Angel, because they're on Star now. I mean, the Angel copies are fine, but I know the awful Buffy remasters on Disney Plus, so I don't need footage of that. Someone provided me with episodes of Buffy when I needed them. So yeah, sometimes, you know, it can take months for like Patreon requests and like certain movies and stuff to find it anywhere. I really struggled with the Hercules movies, but I think I've got a source for them now. But yeah, normally I kind of do a lot of the shows I've been doing on the channel. I've done for a while now, so I know where to go to get the episodes. So yeah, I'll watch them. That's obviously about 40-ish minutes, 45-ish including the intro. It used to be, when I was still filmed with a proper camera, I use a webcam now. The camera battery died after like 50 minutes, so I'd then have to spend a couple of hours charging it, and then film my afterthoughts. If I still wasn't done my afterthoughts, I'd have to charge it again for another couple of hours and then film that. So that would normally take a whole day. Whereas now I can kind of just talk straight away and go straight into the afterthoughts. So that's normally about an hour and a half, 2 hours to actually film the reaction. Then the next step, it does kind of depend on whether I record the picture-in-picture at the same time on the webcam kind of thing with OBS, or if I get it separately, like do it on my iPad and get the footage on there, like screen recording. Because if not, if I just film it all in one go on OBS, which I have started to do with more shows, I don't like necessarily doing it, because if I do film it all in one go, I can't remove the picture-in-picture to like make the reaction a bit longer. So normally with Angel, I don't record the episode alongside my reaction at the same time, because I like kind of removing the clips. So if I'm talking, I don't show, you know, a clip from the episode per se, because it kind of extends the reaction a bit, and I can get more in there. But other shows I have just gone for it and, you know, record at the same time, just because it's easier. And, you know, it's a smaller file to then edit with, so it won't take as long. Because Angel takes a lot longer to edit, because it, you know, the program's dealing with 2 video files at once, whereas if I record the picture-in-picture at the same time as my reaction, it's just one file anyway. So if it's just one file like that, like Once Upon a Time, Sex Education, you know, very quickly just trim out the bits where I'm, you know, just setting up or, you know, preparing whatever. Export that, which can take, you know, 40 minutes, an hour. Then I will shrink the file size. I use a program called Handbrake to shrink the file size, so that makes it easier for people on Patreon to stream it, because the file size isn't as big, so if they want to download it or something, it won't take as much room on their computer. If they have slow internet, it's a bit better for them if the file size is shorter. So I started doing that like the last year or so, depending on like the size of the file, depending on the weather. I don't know, it's very random. Sometimes a 45-minute episode will take like 23 minutes to export. Sometimes it will take 2 hours. It really is luck of the draw of how Handbrake's feeding, I guess. So I do that. If the overall video, the final edit of the video is over an hour with my afterthoughts included, I will just do the actual reaction and then my afterthoughts as 2 separate videos, because people who view it on Dropbox, if they don't have an account on Dropbox, they can only watch up to an hour and then it will stop. So they can watch all of it. I will split it into 2, episode and afterthoughts. So sometimes I have to put 2 videos through Handbrake, and that obviously that's going to take longer, because then that's like an hour or so for each video, depending on the luck I get. And then once that's done, I'll upload it to Patreon, and because I've shrunk the file size so much, that takes like 30 seconds. That's really quick. That's my favourite bit. and then I'll make that public for patrons. Then I will edit it down. And if it's one long file, it's a lot quicker for me to do it now. I mean, still like 2.5 hours normally. And then something like Angel, where I have the show separately, that'll be 4 hours maybe on a good day. Sometimes I'll need to take some breaks. I have definitely fucked up my fingers from editing and like scrolling and stuff, because I do a lot of my editing on my iPad because I'm not very good at other kind of programs and stuff. I can never get my head around them. I'm a bit too thick. So I do get some pain in my thumb and stuff now, but it's because I'm spending hours and hours every day editing and scrolling through stuff. So that'll take that long. Then uploading it, my internet's a lot better here now, so that'll probably take 10-15 minutes depending on the size, the length of the video. If it's like a 45-minute-ish video, it'll probably take 25-ish minutes to upload. Then if there's no copyright issues, hooray, I can post it. If there is and it gets blocked, obviously I need to re-edit the video down again and export it again. So that's like another 20-ish minutes to export, another 20-ish minutes to upload. Fingers crossed. Is it done? If it is, hooray. If not, go again and again and again. So all in all, from recording it to actually uploading it, I don't know, 6-7 hours maybe. Sometimes I will just do a day where I just record things. Sometimes I'll do a day when I just edit things. Some days I will just record and edit and upload it all in the same day. It's just kind of how I'm feeling, which I'm more interested in doing. Otherwise I'll just burn myself out. So that's kind of how that goes. And that was a very long-winded explanation, but thank you for your question. Right, let's scroll up, see if I've missed any comments. I'd love to see Jodie and Peter in the 60th. Me too. I don't know if Jodie will do it because she would have only just left. Maybe like a little cameo. I don't think she'd be like a main person in it if he's just left. I don't think Peter's going to do it. He's kind of expressed many times that he's not interested in coming back. Maybe if they give him enough money, but it depends on budgets really, doesn't it? But yeah, he's kind of not really expressed much desire to come back now. So we'll see. And Chris Ferguson never coming back anyway. He doesn't like multi-doctor stories in the first place, but especially with Russell and the same team he worked with now running it again, no way in hell are we ever seeing him in live action. Any chance is definitely dead and gone. But yeah, you never know. I think we'll definitely get Tennant. Matt Smith's always said if they ask him, he'll do it because he's very up for returning. So I think we'll have Matt Smith, I hope. And then yeah, we'll have to see about what the plans are. I don't envy Russell for having to write the 60th in the way the story's going right now, with the Doctor just leaving and then a new era starting and a 14th Doctor needing to come in. It's an odd time, so I don't know how they're going to do it, but they'll find a way. Happy anniversary, Mr. Duke. Thank you, All in Life. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Have you seen the new Peter Jackson Beatles movie? I have, yes. I really enjoyed it. They were great. I binged it all. Have you seen Squid Game? I have seen the first one, and I really did like it. So I do need to get into the rest of it. But I just don't have time to watch things that I don't react to most of the time. So it's kind of when I have a spare moment, or if I can't sleep, I'll stick something on that I've been meaning to watch. Don't sell yourself short. You had a big impact on a lot of people. Me too. That's very kind of you. Favourite Doctor Who Xmas special? I was watching The Snowmen before. My favourite's A Christmas Carol. I really like that one. Respect to you, Liam, because I don't have the patience for any of that. I get stressed way too easily. That's fair. I also get stressed way too easily, but I do it anyway. I've shortened my life by about 20 years by doing YouTube, but what can you do? Too late now. I've committed. Sarcastically Slade, channel member. Sarcastically Slade. Have you ever made a video, then scrapped it or not finished it? Yes. More than you can possibly imagine. There's a lot of unpublished videos just sat in my YouTube studio that will never see the light of day. Again, I did start another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. guide, and I just ended up giving up on that. Yeah, I've had a lot of ideas for different things. I'm like, you know what, this just isn't very good. People aren't going to watch it anyway. Why bother? So I just don't. Save myself some time. But yeah, more often than you probably think, videos get scrapped. Any plans to do another Hunger Games simulator or anything like it? Yes. More will be announced for that soon. That's going to tie into when I play Chaos Bleeds again. But we're going to wait until I finish Angel to talk about any of that stuff. Biggest negative of your absolute favourite show? Okay. Well, I have lots of absolute favourite shows. Let's see. I think maybe Doctor Who often gets too wrapped up in the plot and not the characters. So there's that, and you know, a lot of the resolutions are done too quickly. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think overly relied on team fighting a lot at certain points, and I just don't enjoy watching that. And I don't know. I mean, Buffy had its cheesy moments in season 1, but some of it was good cheese, some of it was teacher's pet. But again, you know, it's all personal taste. Some things I don't like about shows, other people will like. So those are some of them. If you had to choose one actor from the Hundreds to play authentically in a movie, who would you pick? What actor from Shadowhunters would you choose to portray an alter ego evil version of yourself in a movie? Oh my god. One actor from the Hundreds to play authentically. Here, does anyone in the 100 look like me? I don't think so. Shawn Mendes. He's an actor from the 100. I love that Shawn Mendes is in the 100. That makes me laugh every time I think about it. That's one of my favourite reaction moments. Is that Shawn Mendes? I don't know. Probably Devon Bostick, to be honest. He's fantastic. He could, you know, stick some glasses on him. You can get away with it. If you squint, maybe. If you close your eyes, I think all the actors look exactly like me. We all look the same in the dark. What actor from Shadowhunters would you choose to portray an alter ego evil version of yourself? I don't know. So who would play an evil variant of me? I'd probably go for Alberto, because he's fantastic. And again, he wore glasses on Shadowhunters. We're basically the same. Maybe Matt. One of those two could probably do it. I mean, I know they could do it because they're excellent actors. But maybe I'm the alter ego evil version of myself. We don't know. Rebecca Art, what is your favourite episode and your least favourite season, vice versa? I don't know what show this is about. Could be anything. What's something you enjoy doing that you've not mentioned on the channel? I think I've mentioned on my interest now, really. I've gotten really back into painting, and that's not something that comes up all that often, unless I do some streams about it, but I haven't done that in ages. So that's probably my main interest. I find it very relaxing when I have big moments of anxiety to just paint something. Favourite episode in your least favourite season? I don't know. Should we go for Buffy, maybe? I mean, Hush? Which background character on which show is your favourite? Are you recurring but not part of the regular cast? Indra in the 100's got to be up there. Is anyone else coming to mind? There must be loads. I really liked Ragman on Arrow, and they really underused him. Let's go for those ones. Those are the ones off the top of my head. I'm sure there are plenty that I've missed. That was Carpe Librarian again. Callistus J, hello. Any advice for someone thinking about starting a reaction channel? Do something you think you're going to like. Because even if it's a popular thing, if it's not your kind of thing and you're clearly not into it, people are going to sense that, and it's not going to be worth anyone's time. Obviously, it helps if it is like a popular thing. Although I say that, it's probably more so good to maybe do something that isn't quite as popular, because you'll probably get more people finding you, because everyone and their mum watches the Marvel Disney Plus shows. So something like that probably. And, you know, I got very lucky. I think there weren't as many Buffy reactors when I started Buffy, so I think that kind of helped boost me, whereas now there's a lot of people doing it. So yeah, just go for something you think will appeal to you, because you need to enjoy it just as much as the audience need to enjoy it. Otherwise, I don't think there's much point to it. It's kind of why I stopped Riverdale. I just wasn't enjoying it anymore, so I was like, I'm done. And yeah, just kind of own your opinions, but be open to seeing different viewpoints from commenters if you so choose. But don't let anyone, you know, force you to change your mind. Speaking of anniversaries, this is Lorraine Thatcher. Speaking of anniversaries, will you be playing the remastered version of Life is Strange that's out now? I definitely want to. I've never played them. Any update on Alias? Keep up the good work. That's from Sean Stewart. I think I've got like 6 or 7 episodes to do on Patreon, so that's that. Stay tuned for patrons, I guess. And then Carpet Librarian again, finally. What's the best / funniest / kindest / oddest comment you've received on one of your videos? I don't know. Best, funniest, kindest. I mean, the comments on the body in that Buffy episode were really lovely. Like sharing their stories. You know, finishing Buffy, I got a lot of kind comments about that. But yeah, like I talked about at the start of the stream, people kind of sending me comments about how my videos have helped them through lockdowns. Those are, you know, they're very heartwarming stories. I also got a comment probably years ago. I think I was season 3 or 4 of Buffy. Someone had just lost their husband, and she was like, "These have really helped me through my grief." And I think she mentioned that again when I did the body. And you know, that one's always stuck with me. I've screenshotted a lot of my favourite comments, so when I feel sad, which is a lot, I'll just have a look at them and be like, oh, they're very wholesome people out there. You know, it's a very small minority that are bad, but they still worm their way in, don't they? Just go away. If you don't like me, watch someone else then, idiots. Oddest comments. I mean, the bots send some weird links. Comments about my muscles. Sometimes like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't have any, but thank you. Funniest ones. A lot of them have made me laugh out loud. I'm trying to think of some really funny ones over the years. I don't know. Oh, the Ben Glory comment thread. That started out very funny. By the end, I was very, very annoyed with people commenting that. After 22 videos of it, I'm like, okay, I understand. But, you know, when that first started going, that was quite funny as well. But yeah, I've had a lot of good comments over the years. I've been very blessed, really. And I think that's all of the comments on the community tab post. So thank you, everyone, who sent those comments in. How long have we been going for? 84 minutes, apparently. Is that correct? My goodness. Right. Let's check back in with the comments here. I'm intrigued by that method, having specific days for recording and editing. Yeah, sometimes it works. You know, if you're really not feeling editing, just record a bunch of stuff instead. And if some days you're not recording, like, well, I have a back catalogue that I can just edit instead. But if you're not feeling about doing any of it, just stay in bed, which I've often done sometimes. I'm just not feeling up to the worlds today. I will just stay in bed. Question: does it annoy you when people mention shows they'd hypothetically like you to react to in the future? Sometimes I get the urge to do so, and I stop myself out of fear of being rude. I mean, if every now and again, if you suggest it, I don't mind. But you know, a lot of the times I just don't ask for suggestions because people tell me I'm too slow as it is, and then those same people will be like, but also you need to react to this. Which I have had a comment on before during Buffy season 7, which was strange. But you know, I don't mind if you're like very kind about your suggestions. It's fine. Don't feel like you're being rude, because I know you're one of the good ones. So, you know, I'm always open to suggestions. But It's just, it will probably take years for me to even be able to consider any of them because I've got so much stuff on the way. Shawn Mendes is in the 100. It all looks like Ed Sheeran showing up in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he has that much to do. He plays the piano and sings for a bit, and then I think he has like one line, then you never see him again. But I think he was just a fan of the show. I think he tweeted about it, so they just let him be in it for a bit. I have the unpopular opinion. I don't mind Ed Sheeran showing up in Game of Thrones. I think it's a sweet scene. Plus, you know... hi, how have you been, man? I'm good at our watch. I hope you've been well. Shawn Mendes in the 100. Consider me surprised. It's more likely than you think. Poor Rally's getting the Dawn comments now. Yes, I remember the Dawn comments. Liam, you were streaming at the same time as Charisma Carpenter in Scan Live. Kindred Spirits, you know, I've always said it. I've always said it. As you know, I've always liked Cordelia. I've always said it. Well. I'm very blessed to be living in a timeline where I somehow stream at the same time as Charisma Carpenter. Question, tell me what you think about me. Oh, that's one of my favourite recurring gags to do on reactions. Whenever someone says, like, I have a question, I'll just go, tell me what you think about me. I've kind of eased down on, I think, on song references in recent, like the last few years. Probably because the pandemic's just killed my hope and joy. But, yeah. Every now and again, there'll still be a song to sing. It breaks my heart knowing all the shitty comments you've gotten over the years, but the new reactors have been a lot luckier, and I think it's because we're more overprotective now, thanks to you. Oh, that's good to hear. Yeah, when I've been like talking about some comments and stuff I've gotten, some of the reactors I've been like, wow, really? So I think that's good. I'd rather it be me than them, you know? Especially because a lot of them are still quite early in their Buffy journeys. At least for me, it didn't really get bad until the end of season 5. So if we can protect them for as long as we can, that's good. I'd certainly rather take all the vitriol compared to other people who are, you know, just trying to have a good time. Do you think it's strange once upon a time when Peter Pan died he became old again, but when we next see him he's a child again? I don't mind because I love him. But yeah, Peter Pan works in mysterious ways. Can I get a sneak peek at the request list again? I mean, it's a very long list at this point. How long have we got? I've got like 50 things I need to do. I'm burning up for your love. You said that a lot. Yeah, I remember that. Hey, pandemic killed my hope and joy too. Yay, we're all in this together. You know, I half joke. It's nice that I do get to actually see my friends again. So that's fun. Well, look at me getting all caught up on everything. I'm good. Well, thank you for your comments, everyone, who did post those things. What time is it? Oh, nearly 9 p.m. No nice tracking down annoying commenters and beating them up. Well, maybe block them. Very excited for Hercules and Xena. Yes, me too. One day I will get to them. I need to get through all those movies as well. I'll probably tackle the movies after Angel's done, I think. And I'm hoping copyright's alright. I really don't want to have to be like, oh. So I don't know what I can do, because I need to do something that can go safely on YouTube and Patreon. So I'm hoping it will still work out for those. I don't want to have to go back on that because I've been really intrigued to watch them. We'll see. So yeah, I started to record Angel. That'll take me to about 11 p.m. if I start even now. Yeah, we'll wrap it up in like 5 minutes or so, I think. We've been going for an hour and a half. So any last minute kind of burning questions and comments, do let me know. Who do you think is the next Doctor? I have no idea. It could be anyone, honestly. Am I the only one who didn't have Joy and Hope before the pandemic? Y'all. No, you're probably not the only one, to be fair. I was just going to ask about the quest list too. Golden Girls, Hercules and Xena. Is it Christmas? Lol, you're the best. Well, fingers crossed if it all works out. Oh, thank you, Callistus J. That's very kind of you. Never sent one of these before, but giving it a try. Have an awesome rest of the night. Thanks for everything. Thank you very much for all your supportive comments. They are very much appreciated. Alright then. Let's start wrapping this up, shall we? Liam's making bank. Oh, I wish. But yeah, thank you for everyone who super chatted. That's very kind of you. I can eat today now. I joke. I'm not that desperate yet. But yeah, that's very kind of everyone who's done super chats. And obviously channel members and stuff. You know, I get a bit of income from you guys too, which is very, very kind. And anyone who just, you know, sits through the adverts on the videos, very nice. Anyone who likes and shares and stuff to appease the algorithm. And of course, my patrons, who I literally could not do this without. People think I'm slow now. Imagine if I didn't have Patreon. Thanks for the delightful afternoon, Liam, and everyone in the audience too. Yes, you've all been lovely. Thank you for your questions and stuff and all your love. Done any arts and crafts lately? Not since my 12 Days of Christmas video, I don't think. Well, I painted a character from Hades, the game, the other day. Well, I say the other day, that was like weeks ago now, wasn't it? But yeah, not really anything since then. Been busy. Will pun for food. Me, that's true. I will pun for food. Congrats on 5 years, Liam. You're a legend. Thank you, Sis Nerly. You two are also a legend. No one gets killed in Phasmophobia quite like you do. Lovely stream as always. Looking forward to 5 more years of you. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Para. You have the perfect taste. It's your first experience watching a show. You should watch it however you want. Oh, I wish everyone had that view, Jay. Thank you. Weirdly, your YouTube anniversary is also the anniversary of the Angel episode. Happy anniversary. Oh my god, that's a lot of anniversaries. Do you watch anything for fun, or is everything a reaction? More often than not, I only have time to watch things that I react to, so I don't really watch live TV that often. Every now and again, you know, like short 20-minute episode comedies I might check out at times. Every now and again I watch the odd episode of something, but more often than not I just don't have the time. Enjoy Angel, it's an interesting one for sure, and keep being you, Liam. You always make my days a lot better. Thank you from Pluto, that's very kind. What do you think about Spider-Man No Way Home? Loved it, great. My brain hurts. Same. Anniversaryception. Liam's Platinum Jubilee, break out the good china. Oh. Do I have any good china? I have some plates that I got when I was little with like Quentin Blake illustrations on it. I don't know what it's from, but I always, you know, I loved Roald Dahl books growing up. Still do. So people got me lots of Quentin Blake illustrations because he used to illustrate the books. Hi Liam, I've only been here since 2020. Well, I mean, that's quite a while now, but thank you for finding me at all. It's very kind of you to be sticking with me, Genevieve. Thank you. Triazia, yay, out here from Los Angeles. I appreciate your videos so much. Thanks for giving us your legit reactions. You're more than welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed them. I'd love to go to LA. You still have those calm mugs. That's true. I do still have those. Right then. 9:05 for me. So I need to go and record Angel now. I'll get set up for that. Maybe have a bit of food first. Eat the rest of my McDonald's because I got distracted talking. If you've read the comics, which I'm not sure if you discussed, any Marvel character that hasn't been in the MCU yet that you'd like to see. I want to see an MCU version of Gambit because that's my favourite member of the X-Men, has been since the cartoon. And then I know we've seen him in live action already, but I like to see the MCU take on him because I think that'd be really cool to see. But I haven't really read that many comics, admittedly, so I don't know many outside of that. Certainly not Marvel ones. I tend to lean more towards reading DC comics than Marvel ones, for some reason. But I love them both equally. So that's that. But yeah, I think Gambit probably my main one. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with the X-Men. I'm pretty sure the first Liam reaction I ever watched was Surprise, and then I went back to binge. Oh, cool. Is this your only job, or do you also have to work somewhere else? This is my only job currently, but the next few months will decide if that's going to be the case long term or not. So we'll see, but I'm trying not to think about that. I'm just enjoying 5 years on YouTube. Somehow I've actually stuck with it. Who'd have thought? I don't think anything's lasted 5 years for me before, so that's nice. But we don't need to get into that. The Raging Cajun, exactly that. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. There's actually quite a few of you tuned into this, so that's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Yes, Angel, I'm filming that next, so patrons can probably expect that tomorrow. YouTube, depending on like copyright stuff, maybe tomorrow as well, if not the day after. And then obviously then another Angel as well, because I do 2 in a row. Also, new episode of Spider-Man Remastered, the Let's Play of that's out tomorrow. What episode number is it? We're on like 6, I think, now. So yeah, it's a good one. I hope if you look forward to that, if you watch that. Really loved your reaction to Pushing Daisy. Such a great show. Yes, I love that. I'm excited to do more. Thanks for your good time. Great stream. Happy anniversary. Have a good night. Good night. Yes. We appreciate you and you're doing amazing. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Rebel Revan. That's very kind. But yes, you've all been wonderful. Thank you for your questions or your comments or your super chats or your support over 5 years. Let's keep going for a bit longer, shall we? Let's see how we go. But I will see you guys very, very soon. Have a lovely day. Look after yourselves. And yeah, bye.